Hi everyone, my name is Sophia D'Angelo and I am the CEO of Boston Experiential Group. We are an experiential marketing agency based out of the Seaport in Boston, and we handle everything from brand activation to sponsorship strategy to pure event production. We work with a couple nonprofits in the city. We do private events, we do pop-up events, you name it. If it's in the event space, we probably have done it. I'm back today with a second installation of our mini web series. And this one is about Instagram Live. I'm sure you've noticed it, whether you're doing it yourself, you're noticing it on your personal accounts, you're noticing your favorite brands doing it. Instagram Live is everything right now. It can just be used for so many great things, and I wanted to talk about it today. So first, going to give you some reasons of why you should consider doing it if you're a small business or someone in the events field tuning in today. And then I'm just going to give you some general tips and tricks for the best way to do your own Instagram Live. So whether you're doing it for your friends, whether you're doing it for a business, doesn't matter, just some kind of universal tips and tricks that should help everyone out. So why Instagram Live? As a brand, as a small business right now, why should you bother doing this? I know it's really uncomfortable for some people to be on camera, and that's going to be the number one deterrent, but I'm about to tell you right now why you have to be doing this. First of all, it increases your visibility tenfold over your grid and your story posts. If you've noticed, when you go up to your stories at the top, all of the live feeds are always given priority. So not only are people seeing it first, but they also, if they haven't turned their push notifications off, they're going to get notified when you go live. I don't know about you, I've had a bunch of boxes popping up on mine when other friends and brands are going live, and I've clicked into a ton of them. Honestly, I've clicked into a few by accident, but it's also increased engagement, so we'll take it, right? Second, like I said, not only does it increase in visibility, but it increases that engagement. So going live really gives you a chance to connect with people in a raw, authentic way. And I think that's what a lot of people crave from brands, to see who's not just all talk, right? In a perfectly curated world, it's easy to present your brand in one way. But when you're having a real life conversation or talking one-on-one with your viewers, they get to see a side of you that they're not seeing through any other platform, which I think is really cool. I think it also really helps drive relationships and build relationships with your consumers, right? So whether you're answering questions, whether you're giving a tour, whether you're just chatting with your followers, anytime you appear live on the story, it's going to build that relationship because they're going to get to see a face to the brand, or just a face to who you are if you're doing it on your personal account. But it really just gives you that platform to not only show who you are and what you're doing, but also what you stand for. And that's pretty big in terms of consumer engagement. It can also really help develop your brand identity. So if you are a new company, there's no better way than getting in front of your consumers in the most authentic platform possible. Some statistics I found, which I definitely will make sure to put sources for you guys in the comments, but right now, videos on Instagram are getting 21.2% more interaction than single images. So we all know video is important, whether it's pre-recorded, live, whatever. You should be posting videos, you should be filming videos. It doesn't have to be yourself if you're super uncomfortable, but make sure you get that moving content. People engage with it more, it performs better from Instagram algorithm, so more people are seeing it in general. 80% of users in a poll I just read would rather follow brands that have live video instead of a blog. So blogging, still a big market. Probably hit its heyday at least 5 years ago, but people and consumers would much rather watch a short little video than read a blog post. And then, like I said, live video, whether it's in the grid or it's on Instagram Live, is given priority within a newsfeed. So definitely start looking into this if you haven't yet. Okay, so how do you do an Instagram Live? So you all know it's pretty simple. You go to your story, you swipe to the left. At the bottom, you have a choice of, your slow-mo, your pano, your video, whatever it is. All the way over is a live feed. All you have to do, it's that simple. Test it out anytime. It'll probably notify your followers, but, if you're in and out real quick, not a big deal. I definitely recommend testing it. But the biggest thing you should do in kind of like a step-by-step process before you do go live is figure out what your purpose is, Are Are you going to do a tour of something? Are you going to give a demonstration? Are you going to interview someone? Do you just want to chat with your followers and let people throw questions at you while you're filming? Just make sure you have your goal in mind, and that'll really lead to the structure. So are you doing this because you want to engage with your consumers? Are you doing this because you want to show off a new product? Whatever it is, start there, and that should help you figure out what kind of format you want, whether it's more fluid, whether it's, consumer involved, whatever it's going to be. And then the second biggest step is going to be prepping. So like I said before, make sure you test your Instagram Live before you do it. Make sure you have good lighting wherever you're filming. Make sure it's nice and bright. Make sure anything that's behind you in your feed is not something that you don't want people to see. As you can tell, I'm in this great old school office at my parents' house right now during quarantine, and I kind of love it. But if there was anything back there that you wouldn't want someone to see, don't sit in front of it. Kind of easy, but you'd be surprised how many things you'd probably end up seeing in Instagram live videos that people don't want seen. And then think of your talking points. So if you notice me glancing every once in a while over to the side, I kind of bulleted out what I want to cover so I don't feel like I'm stalling. I mean, obviously there are times where I stumble over words and there are times where I probably go off on tangents, but that's me. That's on brand for me. So I just have to keep things authentic. And for me, writing out a full script wasn't the best idea. It might be for you though. So make sure you write down something to keep your Instagram going, right? The other thing I said is back to like the testing thing is the mic and video. So definitely test that on your phone before you get things started. You don't have to deal with any tech difficulties that get a little awkward. Next important piece of this is to promote. So if you don't promote to your viewers that you're going live, the chances of people joining are probably pretty slim, right? Unless they still have their push notifications on. You just don't want to waste all that time and effort if you're not promoting correctly. My recommendation is that you're promoting once a day leading up and at least a couple times throughout the day of the actual live session. So make sure you're posting in grid, make sure you're promoting in your stories. If you have a newsletter, that's a great place to plug it in there and send out to all your viewers that, hey, we're going live next week. Just any touch points you have with your consumer right now, just promote the Instagram Live because you want to get the most out of it if you're working so hard to do it. Saving the video. So I've had a lot of issues saving my Instagram lives when I've been interviewing someone else. But I do know if you are going to be doing a single person Instagram live, you just got to go into your settings before and make sure you've toggled everything on to save to your camera roll. You can also toggle on to save to your story. So what that means is 24 hours after your Instagram live is up, a viewer can start and watch. So even at that 23rd hour mark, someone could start then and be able to watch the full thing, which is pretty cool. So on the back end, make sure you're promoting that too for all of your viewers who couldn't make it at the exact time you're going live. They can still watch the video and feel more engaged and feel more connected to you than just say a curated posted video in your feed. Pinning your title. So this is pretty cool. So when you do start your Instagram live, you can type your own comment into the comments section, and then there's an option to pin it. So that means anyone who tunes in at any time will see the title in the bottom left-hand corner of their screen of what you're talking about. This just gives them a sense of, do I want to stay here? Is this applicable to me? Et cetera, et cetera. So think of something short, engaging, applicable to what you're talking about, and that's all you gotta do. And then the last important thing is keep track of your metrics. So it's a story, right? It's meant to be something that's going to live for 24 hours. Obviously, you can cut that down to content for other platforms in smaller chunks. You can upload it to Instagram TV afterwards. You can upload it to your YouTube, whatever you want to do. Once you have that MP4, obviously, is up to you. But keep track of the metrics yourself because like a normal story, you're only going to have access to that for 24 hours. So make sure you're writing down, number of people who engage, maybe some important comments, things like that. And then you can keep track of how you do as you do more and more. And you can see, okay, well, this one did really well when I was talking about this topic, or this one did really well when I interviewed someone or when I did a tour. So just whatever works for your brand, just keep track of it and keep doing more of that and forget about the stuff that doesn't work, right? We're all going to fail a couple times. This is all very new to all of us, myself included. But you just got to make the best of it. Get yourself out there on Instagram Live, people. Do it.